guys, thanks for following along for this build. I really had a lot of fun building it. It was gruesome at some points. It took about 6 months to build, but I'm super happy with the way it turned out. The board's roughly 10 feet, 4 inches long, 30.5 inches wide, and 3 3/4 inches deep in the midship here. It weighs exactly 41 pounds, and it's exactly the way I wanted it to turn out on the 3D model. So let's go over how we got here. First thing I did was I drew a 3D model of it. I transferred the files to G-code so I could mill it out on the milling machine. And then I milled 2x6s, rough 2x6s, down to 1/4 inch strips for all the rails and the deck and hull planking. After that we assembled the fishbone, glued everything together, glued the deck and the hull together, assembled that, laid every single rail down. That took about 1 rail a day, and then we did the whole sanding procedure. We laid the fiberglass cloth down. We did 3 layers of fiberglass, or we did 3 layers of resin, I should say. The first layer was just to absorb into the cedar. The next layer was with the cloth. Then we did another layer that filled the weave. The final layer is a clear coat that smoothed everything out. And all in between these layers we're sanding each time to make it as smooth as possible. After that came 3 layers of varnish, and finally we get this finished product. There's 6 leash plugs in the top. 2 of them are special leash plugs that allow the board to breathe. There's Gore-Tex, so they allow the air to come out and water to stay out. I have a handle right in the middle that has a pocket, and it's inlaid, and then a fin box, a 10-inch fin box on the other side. I threw a book match in the center of the board just to add some character to it. Down here you can see that. Sort of looks like a cool stingray or something. And actually right here is a piece of filler wood because that knot actually snapped in half during the build. And another thing I never told you guys was this knot is actually cracked right up here, and there's 2 layers of fiberglass cloth on there. You can't even see it. So I just wanted to strengthen that area a bit. At the bow we're extremely smooth here. I'm hoping that will just cut right through the water. If you look closely right here, you can see a little bit of green under there. That's actually green tape, so you got to make sure you take all of that off. For those of you that are interested in drawings, here's what we have. So we have 4 drawings for sketches. Now these are just printed on 8.5 by 11 right now, but actually the real size is 35 inches by 16, so you have to make sure you have a printer that can print a piece of paper that size. Here's an assembly drawing of the board. Here's another view. Here's the bow block. Here we have an assembly drawing of the strongback with some details. Here's another detailed breakdown of the strongback, going over the size and dimensions for each piece of wood needed. And then we have the stern block with a nice cross-sectional view there to show exactly what dados and rabbets are needed. I worked pretty hard on this project. I'm happy to say that it's over with. Hopefully some of you guys learned something out of there.